Have you ever felt overlooked, undervalued, or stuck in the same place despite your efforts? What if I told you that true promotion doesn't come from people, it comes from God? Now, keep in mind, you have a part to play in creating this new opportunity. We can't place the full load on God. So, today, we're going to explore how divine promotion works and what we can do to position ourselves for God's elevation. All right, so the first talking point is God's timing is perfect. Stop rolling your eyes. God's timing is perfect. That's right. Promotion may not come when we expect it, but God positions us for elevation at the right time. I want you to read Psalm 75, verses 6 and 7. Here it reads, "No one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt themselves. It is God who judges. He brings one down, he exalts another." Okay? So just think about that. God is in full control of promotion. God is in full control of who gets promoted. And I know sometimes we may look at with our physical eyes and say, well, I applied for the job and they wouldn't even, give me an interview, but this person was promoted and they didn't even meet all the qualifications. We have to learn how to take ourselves out of that because we don't know what's going on the back end. We don't know how God is working. You could be dodging a bullet. You don't want to go into a position where you're going to be depleted. You're going to be emotionally attacked. Sometimes God is saving us and we can't see it. All we can see is what we want. We want it and we want it now. We have to trust God's timing. Faithfulness leads to favor. Faithfulness leads to favor. Consistently honoring God in our current position prepares us for the next level. And that is so true. You have to ask yourself, how am I operating in my current position right now? Am I doing everything within my means to be a good employee? Am I really deserving of being promoted? Have I been working on myself? Sometimes, we have to ask ourselves the hard questions. Or am I just comfortable now? Am I comfortable, but I still have an expectation that I'm ready to be promoted? Luke 16:10 states, "He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. And he who is unjust in what is least is unjust also in much." So are you being faithful in what you have now? Again, you have to challenge yourself. How do I expect God to give me more if I'm not doing what I need to do in my current position? I'm abusing my time. I'm abusing my manager. I'm abusing my team members. And I know we're all probably saying, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. But how are you talking to people? Are you asking people, can you help them out when opportunities arise? What are you doing? We have to always look at the person in the mirror. We are not perfect. We are perfectly flawed, but we are not perfect. Man's approval is temporary. God's favor is eternal. I love this one. Man's approval is temporary. God's favor is eternal. Human promotion can be fleeting, but when God promotes us, it is purposeful and enduring. That's right, it is purposeful and enduring. God does not take away or threaten us when He gives us something like man does. For instance, think about it. Have you ever been in a position where someone may have offered you a position and you knew you wasn't ready for it, but that was your friend or your associate or whatever, and they put you in that position. And later down the line, they would remind you of that when you didn't agree with them. I've seen it. I've seen this before at work. Someone was promoted, but then they have that person holding it over their heads. And that, I'm sure that's not a good feeling, but that's not the type of God we serve. When he give us something, he gives it to us. We don't have to worry about him taking it away. We don't have to worry about him threatening us. We don't have to worry about him holding it over our heads when we are not doing what we need to do. So we have to be really careful about going into positions when someone is just saying, hey, I got you. I got you. So we have to be really careful about that. That's why man's approval is temporary. God's favor is eternal. Let's talk about some action steps here. Trust the process. Instead of chasing after validation from people, seek God's will for your life. Instead of chasing after validation from people, seek God's will for your life. Are you constantly, looking for validation? And, you might want to pray about that and ask God, why am I always looking for people to validate me? God has already given you your instructions. He's already told you what you need to work on. He's already given you the script. That's all the validation you need. That is all you need. Stay faithful in the small things. Demonstrate integrity, diligence, and excellence in your current role. Again, I'm going to challenge you. Are you being diligent? Are you showing excellence in all you do? Are you being the best person you can when you walk into that office or when you log onto the job? We're not perfect. Again, we are all perfectly flawed, and we all have room for opportunity where we can do better. We all do, and I'm talking to myself. We all have room for opportunity. Pray for direction. Ask God to guide your steps and open the doors that align with His purpose. It's not all about your purpose. His purpose. You want to be walking in his purpose. Because like I said, you can mess around and get in a job and it can turn your whole life upside down. And I think sometimes we don't think long term when we accept positions. You have to think about, how is this going to not just impact you at work? How is this going to impact you at home? You still have a home life. You got to have balance. You don't want to be working 150 hours a week. Your body is going to be tired. Your mind is going to be depleted, exhausted. You're not going to have time for your spouse, your kids, things you enjoy doing, hobbies, just having rest time when all you're going to just do is work, 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 work. So we have to have a balance in life. All right, so it wouldn't be me if I didn't come with questions. So I have 2 questions for you. What areas of your life do you feel stuck in, and how can you trust God's timing for your promotion? What areas of your life do you feel stuck in, and how can you trust God's timing for your promotion? Where are you stuck? And challenge yourself, write some of this stuff down. Take 20 minutes out of your day and write these questions down and work on them and answer them. Question number 2, are you prioritizing God's plan for your life, or are you seeking validation from others? We just talked about validation. Are you prioritizing God's plan for your life, or are you seeking validation from others? Are you trying to be the one? Are you trying to be that person that people always point at? Oh, there she goes. There he goes. Oh, she bossed up. He bossed up. Are you looking for validation? What are you seeking for? Seeking for when you're, looking for this promotion. Is this part of validation, or is this something you truly want? Check your motives. Check your motives. Are you chasing money? And don't get me wrong. We know we have to pay bills, so we want to be promoted because we are looking for increase so we can have a better life. But it's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. You want to be joyful and happy and content in your job, and you want to be at peace. You want to do a good job, you want to meet deliverables and all that good stuff, but you do not want to be stressed out to the point that you're going to be in the hospital. You do not want that. God's promotion is always on time, always purposeful, always for His glory. Stay faithful where you are. Trust His plan, and when the time is right, He will open the doors no man can shut. He will open the doors no man can shut. He will open the doors no man can shut. Yeah, I want to make sure we all hear that one. Keep seeking Him, because when God promotes you, no one can demote you. I love that. When God promotes you, no one can demote you. So I hope you got something out of this. I challenge you to work on those questions. I challenge you to seek God about promotion. He will do it for you. Promotion, play your part, and God will take care of the rest. Until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord.